afternoon, everybody. It's Wednesday, a couple of days before a big event that I have coming up. It's a resource mixer to help some local entrepreneurs, but I wanted to jump on really quick and address some of the comments I've been getting in regards to the Blonde Fro. Some of you have been asking me for more videos and when am I going to post another video, and I wanted to say I don't post videos just to post videos. For one, I want to address that. I'm not on any time schedule. I don't do a daily video or weekly, anything like that. I post a video when I think I have something to say, something that's going to help someone else, encourage someone, and kind of get them through the next day and sometimes the next hour, the next minute. And a lot of you ask me, when I do come on, how am I able to be so transparent, and how my transparency helps you and motivates you and encourages you to just press on and keep pushing and not give up. And I got to tell you, unfortunately, my transparency comes from my own hurt, pain, and struggles. But it ultimately comes from me digging deep and finding the power to try to help save some of you and save myself on some days. Some days when I'm talking to you guys, you don't realize I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to talk myself out of a bad place, a bad space, a bad headspace. And sometimes you have to encourage yourself. And so as I'm encouraging you, I'm encouraging myself. But it really came from and started, I have to say, unfortunately, my dear friend Nicole, who took her own life several years ago. And I often look back at our messages that we shared on Messenger. And she was reaching out to me and telling me that she was thinking about taking her life because she was so depressed and so beat down that she just didn't want to live. And at the time, I couldn't understand that. I couldn't get the magnitude of what she was really saying. You hear people say all the time, "Oh, I want to kill myself." I didn't literally think she wanted to kill herself, if that makes sense. I thought she meant, I'm hurting, I'm in pain, I need to talk. And so we did that. We had conversations back and forth. We texted back and forth. I sent her scriptures and things to encourage her, songs to encourage her. But at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. When I look back on it, it wasn't enough. I wasn't enough to save her. That's what I thought. Now I realize there was nothing I could do with the power that I had at the time. I didn't know enough about depression. I didn't know enough about mental illness to encourage her to go seek professional help. I didn't know that then, so I didn't know what to tell her. I thought being a friend and listening and talking and encouraging her was enough, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. She needed more than I had to offer at the time. She needed professional help. But at the time, I hadn't really gone through and faced my own struggles with depression and mental illness, so I didn't know how to help her. I didn't know what to tell her. And do I still have regrets about that? Absolutely. Do I wish I had known what I know now? Absolutely. But I know now. And so now I can encourage you. Now I can tell you, go and seek help. If you find yourself in a place that's so dark you've never been in before, a place that you don't recognize, a place where you can't pull your own self out of, yes, reach out to your friends. Let somebody know what's going on with you. But ultimately, go and seek professional help. There are people on this earth that God has ordained, educated, and trained to help you get through your struggles. It is a real thing. Don't let anyone talk you out of it. Don't let anyone tell you that depression isn't real and you need to get yourself together and you just need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. All of that is bullshit. Let me tell you, it is a real thing. It's a real problem. And let me tell you that you are not alone. There is Many people that suffer in silence from depression because of the stigma, because people tell them they're crazy, because people tell them just get yourself together, you got so much to be grateful for, which is exactly what I told Nicole. But I know now that's not enough. There is a literal imbalance in your brain that you cannot talk yourself out of. You cannot turn it off. You cannot preach it out. You cannot pray it out. Does prayer work? Absolutely. I believe that at the core of me. But counseling works better. Prayer, faith without works is dead. Your work is going to see a counselor. Your work is sometimes being medicated. Your work is sometimes getting out of your own head and finding some place or something to do with your hands and your mind to get you out of that dark place. But you have to work. You have to do your work. And so it is not something you can often talk yourselves out of, pray yourselves out of. You need to do the work. And so I encourage you, if you are in that dark place, if you are having a hard time and nobody around you seems to be able to help you or understand where you're coming from, by all means, reach out to me. If you need help, you don't know where to start, I'll get you to the right people. I'll get you to the right professionals to help you like they helped me. Do I still struggle? Absolutely. This week has been a struggle, but I'm yet pressing and I'm doing my work and I'm doing my things that I know I'm supposed to be doing to help heal myself. But that doesn't stop the feelings. That doesn't stop the pain. But I know now what it is. I know how to recognize it. I know what I need to do to pull myself out of it. And then I also know that sometimes I just have to wait and allow myself time to process through and push on. Will it get better? Absolutely. Do I need to force myself or try to explain it to anyone? No. It is what it is. I handle it how I handle it and I move on. But I stay here to live and work another day, to work through it. And so I encourage you, get some help, work through it. There's help and you are not alone. You are not alone. Call me, inbox me if you need help with finding some resources to help you do your work. I love you all. I do. I really, really do. And I want to see you live. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you fulfill all of your hopes and dreams. A lot of this depression and anxiety comes from you suppressing yourself, your true self. And so I want to encourage you to do just that. And I can't begin to tell you what that work looks like for you, but for me, it is entrepreneurship. It's helping some other entrepreneurs. And so I want to encourage you to do your work, whatever that is, whatever it looks like. I love you all. The Blonde Fro, you can email me, inbox me. I'm on all social medias, The Blonde Fro. I love you.